Hi everyone, and welcome to Code and Context channel. Have you ever wished you could talk to your database in your own language? In today's video, we'll set up the MCP database server right inside Visual Studio Code. Once it's ready, we'll connect it to a MySQL database, and you'll be able to interact with it naturally to perform any action you need.
Before we dive into the setup, let's make sure your machine is ready. Here's what you'll need. First, download and install the latest version of Visual Studio Code. This will be our coding environment. You can grab it from code.visualstudio.com. Next, if you don't already have the GitHub Copilot chat extension installed in VS Code, open the Extensions panel, search for it, and click Install. This tool is essential for using agent mode with MCP. For the database, I personally use MAMP server to run a local MySQL server, but you can use WAMP or any other local MySQL server you prefer. This way, you won't need to connect to an external database. Also, make sure you have Node.js installed. If not, head over to nodejs.org, download the LTS version, and install it. Once installed, you can confirm it's working by opening a terminal and typing node-v npm-v. Once everything's set up, you're good to go. In the next section, we'll start configuring the MCP server. Let's jump in.
All right, first we need to get the MCP database server from GitHub. This is the repository we'll be using for our project. As you can see, the repository contains everything we need to get started. To get started, we're going to clone this repository. On the GitHub page, copy the command provided for cloning the MCP server. It's a simple git clone command that we will run in the terminal. Next, open your terminal, navigate to the directory where you want your project to live, then paste the command and press Enter. The terminal will now start cloning all the files directly from the GitHub repository into your project folder. This might take a moment, so be patient. Once it's done, let's verify the files. Open your project folder. You should now see a new folder named MCP Database Server. That means the clone was successful and we're ready for the next step. With the server cloned, we now need to install it. First, let's navigate into the MCP server folder. In your terminal, simply type cd mcp-database-server and hit Enter. Now that we're inside the folder, we'll install all the necessary dependencies. Just type npm install and press Enter. This command will download and build everything the server needs to run. It might take a moment to complete, so please be patient. And just like that, the MCP database server is now installed and ready to go. It's been built and is waiting to be connected. Our next step is to configure GitHub Copilot so it can use this powerful tool. With our server installed, let's open the GitHub Copilot chat panel. Here, you'll see that Copilot offers multiple modes like Ask, Edit, and Agent. For our purposes, we're going to select Agent mode. This mode allows us to use specific tools, like our new MCP server. Next, look for this small Tools icon. When you click on it, a list of available tools will appear. These are all the powerful features you can use with Copilot. We need to add our MCP server to this list. Scroll to the bottom of this list and click on Add More Tools. A new option will appear. Select Add MCP Server. You'll now see a few choices for how to connect the server. We're going to choose Command stdio. We choose this option because it's the most flexible way to run our Node.js command directly from the terminal, allowing Copilot to communicate with the server through standard input and output streams. Now, let's go back to the MCP database server's documentation on GitHub. Under the MySQL database section, you'll find the specific node command we need to run the server and connect it to our MySQL database. Go ahead and copy this entire command. Back in Visual Studio Code, paste that command into the text input field. But before you hit enter, we need to make a few important edits to match your specific setup. First, replace password with your actual MySQL server password. Next, change username to the username you use for your MySQL server. Make sure to update the port number if yours is different. Change the database name to the one you've already created in your MySQL server. For the host name, localhost is typically correct. Finally, double-check that the file path for index.js is correct. In my case, I should edit the path. With the command now properly configured, go ahead and press Enter. You'll be asked to name your MCP server. I'll just leave it as it is. Then choose Workspace to ensure this server runs only for our current project. You'll see that a new folder .vscode has been created with a file called mcp.json. This file stores all the configuration details for our server. For any reason your MCP server doesn't seem to be running, just click this refresh button in the Copilot Tools menu to get things started.
And that's it. Our setup is now complete. We have successfully configured GitHub Copilot to work with our running MCP database server. We're now ready to start interacting with your MySQL database using your mother tongue language. With our setup complete, it's time for the fun part. We can now manage our database using natural language directly from the Copilot chat. Let's start with a simple question. I'll start by asking Copilot to tell me the name of the database we're connected to. I'll simply type in the question. Great! Everything works perfectly. It has correctly identified our database. That's a fantastic start. Let's try another question, a little more specific. I'll ask it how many tables are in my database and what their names are. You see, the MCP server is smart. It looks for the right function to run based on our question. It doesn't execute the command right away. It waits for us to confirm it. This is a fantastic safety feature. Let's click Continue. Perfect! It gives me another correct answer. As you can see, I only have one table named Users. Let's try a slightly more complex question. I'll ask it to give me the schema of the Users table. Let's see if it can handle that. Again, we have to confirm the action. Let's click Continue. The answer isn't exactly what I wanted. It gives me some information, but doesn't provide the full schema. But notice how it asks if I need more details. This is what I love about Copilot. It acts like a human assistant. So let's ask for more details. Let's click Continue. It looks like the first command didn't run properly. But look, it automatically tries again with a different query. This is a great example of its problem-solving ability. Let's click Continue one more time. There we go. Now it has given me the full schema of the Users table, with all the correct columns and data types. This is a perfect answer and a great demonstration of how powerful the MCP server is. Up to this point, we've focused on read requests. Now, let's explore the editing power of the MCP server by modifying our database directly from the Copilot chat. As you can see here in MySQL Server, I have an empty MCP server database. First, I'm going to drop the existing users table so we have a completely clean slate. Now, let's head back to Visual Studio Code. I'll ask Copilot to create a brand new users table for me. I'll specify the columns I want to include: ID,
first name, last name, username, password, date of creation, and date of update. Copilot has generated the SQL query that will be executed to create our table. Take a moment to verify that it looks correct, and once you're sure, click Continue. Beautiful. Copilot tells us the user's table has been created with the columns we asked for. Let's go over to our MySQL database and confirm. I'll open the MCP server database, and there it is, our new users table. Let's also check the columns inside the table. Great, everything looks perfect. All the columns we specified are here. As you can see, you can manipulate your database entirely from the Copilot chat using your own language. Now, let's do something developers often need to do: add test data. We can easily ask Copilot to add 10 random users to our table without needing to manually look for data or enter it ourselves. Again, Copilot shows us the query that will be executed. Verify the query and click Continue. The 10 random users have been added. Let's go back to our MySQL server and check them out. I'll just do a quick refresh of the page. And look at that. It's beautiful. Our 10 random users have been successfully created just by chatting with Copilot as if you were talking to a human assistant who does exactly what you asked. It's truly incredible. So far, all our conversations have been in English. But one of the most incredible features of this setup is its multi-language support. To show you this, I'm going to start editing our database using different languages. First, let's try Spanish. Here, I'm asking Copilot to add 5 random users to our users table, all in Spanish. Again, we get the query to verify. Looks good. I'll click Continue. Copilot is responding in Spanish too. I'll assume it's confirming that 5 random users have been added to our table. Let's go check our database to see the new data. I'll refresh the page to see the new data. Look at that. 5 random users have been added, and even the names appeared to be Spanish. How cool is that? Now, let's try French. I'm going to ask Copilot to delete the row with the username FrankM7 from the Users table. I'll verify the query and click Continue. Copilot confirms the deletion. Let's go back to the database and see if it's gone. Here's the row we wanted to delete. I'll refresh the page. And just like that, the row with Frank M7 is gone. Our delete request was executed perfectly. This is so much fun, I have to try one more language, Chinese. I'm going to update the password for the user
HenryWee9
with a random password, and I'll ask in Chinese Copilot to do it. I'll verify the query and click Continue. It looks like the password has been edited. Let's go to the database to check. This is the user we're targeting. I'll refresh the page. And here it is. The password has been successfully updated. Incredible! For our final demonstration, I'll ask in Arabic Copilot to add 5 more random users to the table. I'll verify the query and hit Continue. The request is done. Let's go check our database one last time. I'll refresh the page. And look, 5 new random users have been successfully added. Because we asked in Arabic, Copilot even decided to use Arabic-style names. This is absolutely beautiful. And there you have it. With the MCP database server and GitHub Copilot, you can now manage your data simply by talking to your database in your own language. If you found this helpful, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and happy coding!